Mexico is very close to the United States. It's not at all what the media makes it out to be. Mexico was the last place on my mind when a friend of mine was like, you should come check out Mexico. And I was like, man, I ain't coming to no daggone Mexico for what? And to my surprise, I'm disappointed that I didn't make this move a long time ago. And Mexico is sitting right next door. I know a lot of this stuff that I'm talking about just seems like it's unbelievable, it's unreal, but man, we've helped a ton of families make the move here, make the transition, and I'm seeing it firsthand. They're thriving. They're no longer just surviving, but they're thriving. And this can be you. You don't have to struggle. And now everybody's situation is not financial. I mentioned before, mine is financial. I needed to get caught up for retirement. I didn't save, I didn't invest, I have no retirement. I've been an entrepreneur. I spent all my funds and money just enjoying life in the moment and didn't plan for the future. And so when I had to look things over, I had to come to the realization that, okay, I'm 50, I turn 51 tomorrow. It's like, man, I want to get this wrapped up before I'm 60. I got 10 good years to get things sorted out. I want to buy a house, pay it off in cash before I turn 60. I want all this done. No house, no car, no solar panels on my house, so I don't have no electric bill. I want all my expenses to be minimal. And so because I don't want to be worried and stressed out trying to figure out how I'm going to eat. Don't want to be a burden on my adult children who are now trying to live their lives. I had my chance to get it right. I don't want to impose on them because I didn't do right. So these next 10 years is critical. And it's not too late for y'all, for you. I think, some folks, their pension might only be $1,500 a month. And they're barely getting by. They're struggling in the States. But $1,500, now I'm not going to paint a pie in the sky dream that you can come over here and live like a king for $1,500. But I can say you're going to live a whole lot better on those $1,500 than you are in the States, because your biggest expense is going to be a place. I show houses and apartments all the time. Apartments where people are paying only $300 a month for rent on the apartment. Now, if you're in a position where you can actually buy a house and don't have a mortgage at all, that $1,500 is freed up all the way. But even if you have to pay, you can find a place for $300 a month. Now, it's not going to be a big, grandiose place, but it's going to be in a very safe neighborhood. You're not going to have to worry about somebody trying to rob you, steal from you, mug you, or anything like that. But yeah, you're going to be very comfortable. You'll be able to afford high-speed internet. You'll be able to afford cell phone plan running $10 a month versus $50 a month in the States, or $100 a month in the States. You can get high-speed internet for $15 a month versus $70 a month in the States. You know what I mean? So you can actually afford. I went out today and bought tacos and tortas for 5 of us, a household. That was our dinner for the day. It was $25 to feed all of us, and there was still some left. So there's some left for tomorrow for lunch. So if you went to that place by yourself, you can get a drink, 3 or 4 tacos, and I'm talking about big tacos with all the fixings on it. And I'm talking less than $5. You know what I mean? And that could be a beer that you're drinking. So you don't have to struggle. You got options, you got opportunities, you just got to exercise them. Now, I know a lot of folks say, well, because of my pension, I don't qualify, I don't meet the financial solvency requirements. There's a loop around, there's a loophole, there's a workaround. I've talked about, find that video on my channel where I talk about this loophole. Right now, we're at the end of December 2024. And if you've never been to Mexico before, you need to get here before January 1st. So essentially, you got about 20 days to get your butt here so that you can get a stamp in your passport showing that you was here in 2024. Because if you do that 1 year later, in January 2026, so we're going to skip over 2025, But 1 year later, in 2026, you will qualify. You can qualify for a residency program under something that is called the regularization program, the RNE. With this program, you don't need to prove income. You don't need to have a job. You don't have to meet the financial requirements, and you can do the entire process while you're here in Mexico. So I'm not going to go into detail about that now, but 1 year from now, you can qualify for that program. For many of you, it's going to take about 6 months to a year to plan and make the move anyway. So, hey, if you don't meet those requirements, figure out how you can get your butt here before January 1st. You want to get a stamp on your passport for 2024 so that you can qualify for this program, because 2024 is over. Now, if you did this thing that I'm talking about now in the middle, say in January or March, you have to wait all of 2024 to end, all of 2025 to end, and then qualify in 2026, almost 2 years. But because we're at the end, they go by calendar years here, because we're at the end of 2024, you essentially got to wait 1 year and 20 days from now to qualify for residency. You will get a 4-year residency, assuming the program is still active, which all indications suggest that it's going to continue. An official word just came out that it's going to continue through 2025. So again, it's going to most likely continue. It's a cash cow. It's a money-making thing for the government, Mexico, and it's a loophole for those that don't meet financial requirements the other way. They can get residency this way. So if you want to talk about it, book a telephone consultation with me. That's hop on the phone. The other alternative is to join our VIP membership. And in that membership, there's a section there called Ask Cortez. You can ask me all the questions you want. I'll generally respond within 48 hours. And it's cheaper than doing a telephone consultation. So pick your poison, telephone consult or join the VIP membership. I have links down below, and get your questions answered. I hope you found this video helpful. Make sure you support our sponsor, SEO Rank Media. Their link is down in the description as well. And thank you for watching. I hope you found this helpful.